Hi everyone. I wanted to create this short video so that as my students, you are able to blind taste yourself and utilize what I call the mini bottle method. Now, if you're not able to get wine kits through the course or you are one of my one-on-one students, I have a great method to be able to blind taste you online. So these guys right here, these are 2-ounce glass bottles, and you'll see that they have a little cap here. Now, these bottles are really amazing. I love using these because 2 ounces is exactly what you're going to get in your exam. And I can take these and I can rebottle my testable wines. And then you'll see I have a code on here and I'll just put them in my refrigerator. Now, these bottles are available on Amazon. The brand and the color does not matter. You can get them brown, you can get them glass. I just highly recommend getting them in the glass form and make sure that it has this little cap rather than a dropper. These can be used for other things like perfume, hot sauce, so you may see it listed under other titles, including medicine bottle. Now, what's really important is if you are actually going to have your own wines and rebottle them, I like to use these because they're just really efficient. So if you're buying your own testable wines, sometimes a single bottle won't last that long, and it gets really, really expensive to keep having to buy the same variety over and over again. So the easiest way to save money is to buy one bottle of each testable wine and then to rebottle them. So what I do is I'll take a full bottle of testable wine and then I will empty it into these. Now, one bottle can fill 12 mini bottles. That is quite a lot. You could either open a bottle and fill 6 to 8 of these, or you can use a Corvin to fill these bottles. The most important thing is when you are rebottling your wines, you want to fill it to the very, very brim. You actually want to fill it up so much that when you screw the cap on, you lose wine down the side. When you do that, you'll see that you get just the tiniest little air bubble in this bottle. And that means that this is actually going to be airtight. Once you tighten on the lid and have it ready, these are going to last in your refrigerator for at least a few months. So this is the process that I would love you to do if this is what you're going to have to do for blind tasting. So I will buy a testable bottle. I will refill as many of these small bottles as I possibly can. Oh, also make sure you sanitize them before just in case. And then you'll see I put a little piece of tape on here and I like using a 6-digit code. That way I just don't remember what's in the bottle. Once they're bottled, I'm going to share with you a sample document. This document, again, just a sample. And I love this. This was made from a former student. So you do not need to have the wines that are listed here, but you'll see that the way the student organized it, she has it organized by variety. Her codes are to the left. So you'll see it says R10, RF for her reds. And again, I prefer a 6-digit code here. You can do whatever mix of letters or numbers that you want, as long as you don't remember what they are. And then she lists her producer, her country, the region, the vintage. And I love that she listed her structure calls here. Now, if you are a WSET student, this is really important because the CMS has different structure calls than WSET does. And I've given you all copies of a Excel grid that shows you what the average calls are. Again, sometimes wines will vary out of the averages based on producer or vintage. But usually you'll see on the grids I sent that, for instance, Albarino is medium plus acid and medium to medium plus alcohol. Alcohol is actually very easy because it's listed on the bottle. So you can fill these out for both reds and whites that are testable. And then once you're done, put a piece of tape on the bottle, write the code out, and then put them in your refrigerator. Now, if you do this as a Google Doc, you can actually share it with me. And the best part is each time we meet for blind tasting, I can tell you which codes to pull out of your refrigerator so that you do them blind, but I'll know what they are. This is really important for the course so that you get to do the same wines with the rest of the students. Or in our one-on-ones, if there's any place that you're having problems, maybe it's rotundone, maybe it's structure, I can actually pull wines each time we meet to help focus on where you may have blind spots or where you may need a little bit of work. So this is how we're going to rebottle wines for blind tasting. And again, this is just an example sheet for you to fill out and create your own grids. Now, my refrigerator is still filled with about 40 of these little bottles from even the last time. And again, they will last for months. Just make sure you refrigerate them. This is also going to save you a lot of money because if you do have Premier Cru red or white Burgundy that costs you $60 to $80 a bottle, you can rebottle 6 to 10 of these and use that sample over and over again so you don't have to keep buying these expensive wines. So again, easiest way to blind taste yourself is to get these little mini bottles, make a code system, and then use an Excel grid similar to the one on the screen to list it out. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I promise you this is the best way that we can A, blind taste together, and B, you can even blind taste yourself in the future. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in class.